This Yom Kippur will feel strange. We will want so badly to stand together, shoulder to shoulder as a community on the holiest day of the year. We will be missing the Shar Sanctuary, and these walls, which usually echo with the voices of almost 2,000 people, these walls will miss our prayers. You'll receive our pre-recorded Kol Nidre and Yizkor services and sermons. We've prepared a guide to Yom Kippur at home to help you navigate the Machzor on your own. We look forward to coming together as a community online for Ne'ilah on Monday night. Still, we will miss communal prayer in person, the powerful Yom Kippur experience that sustains us throughout the year. As different as this Yom Kippur will be, it has the potential to be wonderful and enriching. In many ways, this will be a more empowering Yom Kippur, an experience that each person will curate for herself or himself, a day that each family can design to meet their own needs. Designate your prayer times. When do you need a walk or a nap? Will you set aside time for meditation or study or a board game session with the kids? The choice is yours. Design your day with intention. Thousands of years ago, the temple in Jerusalem was the spiritual center of the Jewish people for worship and ritual throughout the calendar year. When the temple was destroyed, our rabbis taught, our synagogues became mikdash me'at, mini sanctuaries, small manifestations of the holiness of the temple. The Midrash offers the following teaching. As the gazelle skips and jumps from tree to tree, from fence to fence, so the Holy Blessed One skips from this synagogue to this synagogue, and from this Beit Midrash, house of study, to that Beit Midrash. When the temple was destroyed, the Jewish people needed to learn that God's presence could be felt everywhere, that no single location had a monopoly on sanctity. I love the image of God skipping gracefully, even joyously, from one spiritual center to another. Each place that a human being designates as a sacred space, God, so to speak, wants to pay a visit. Now it is for us to remind ourselves that a synagogue is not the only place we can feel spiritual on Yom Kippur. I imagine God skipping, as it were, like a gazelle, from house to house, enjoying the sounds and songs of the Jewish people participating in this holy day, their prayers emerging from living rooms, kitchens, and porches all around Montreal and beyond. When God commanded the people of Israel to build a sanctuary for the very first time, this was the Mishkan, the temporary sanctuary in the wilderness, the first model of a house of God. As God conveyed the instructions for building the structure, God said, "Ve'asu li mikdash," they shall make for me a sanctuary. And then the rest of the verse should say, "and I shall dwell in it." But instead, it says, "They shall make for me a sanctuary, and I shall dwell in them." The people will create a sacred space, God says, but I will never be bound by sacred space. The people will create a sanctuary so that I will dwell in the people. What is the power of sacred space? To transform us into sacred people so that we can create sacred moments everywhere. Chances are that most of you have spent enough Yom Kippurs in this sanctuary that you carry it with you in your heart. Harness the power of the many Yom Kippur experiences you've had. Think about what it is you need on this particular Yom Kippur. Gather strength from the many generations of Jews who have marked Yom Kippur throughout history, sometimes in far more precarious conditions than this. Build that sanctuary in your heart, a sacred space in your mind. Settle into your couch, take off your mask, and sing. Gemar Chatzima Tova, may we all be inscribed in the Book of Life.